there's been a lot of conversations
Mm-hmm.
about Afrobeats versus
Yes.
reggae. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, Afrobeats versus reggae, there's a lot of division topics that are going on and things of that nature. Now, this platform, Express Truth, have personally had multiple conversations about the genre of Afrobeats versus reggae. Not no type of malicious intent, more from a standpoint of highlighting the key factors of how and why our African brothers and sisters are enjoying the level of success they are now enjoying with the popularity explosion of Afrobeats. We'll even go one further to say that me and Stephen have actually just come from Africa not too many months ago and was actually in the midst of the Afrobeat craze. So we kind of got a deeper understanding of what it means to the continent. Now, although we rate Afrobeats and all the rest of it, and we're very happy to see our African brothers and sisters finally getting the recognition they deserve. Because, come on, man, the continent is huge, and it's long time the continent should have been benefiting from some sort of musical explosion globally or something like that. Because at the end of the day, that's all of us come from there originally. You see what I'm saying? I know some men are saying they come, for the brothers that are saying they come from India and that's a separate conversation. But we're talking about the Africans who know they're African, the Jamaicans, sorry, who know they're African. That's what we're talking about. However, yeah, when it comes to reggae, we have to understand that reggae is the blueprint for all of this. It's the blueprint for all of this. Even though the African Americans right now are trying to discredit reggae's influence on rap, it is evident for all to see that reggae slash dancehall slash the island of Jamaica is the origin of all of this that you see going on.
Facts.
So with that being said, Stephen, when participants that have been touring this globe way before Burna Boy was a household name, that have been doing shows way before any of these internet podcasts and all of this, Steel Pulse, yeah, the legendary reggae group, Steel Pulse, who are coming from where? Birmingham. Now, let me give you a little bit of history about Steel Pulse. This is a band, yeah, that have been touring since I was knee high. I remember standing up in Hatman, you know, in our staff room. We used to have a poster of Steel Pulse. Now, my dad, he can clarify this, but somewhere along the line, he said that somebody affiliated with the band was a family member to us. But Steel Pulse have always been recognized as Birmingham legends, man. I've met a couple of the guys a few times. One of them's got a son. Big up the brother, man. I forgot his name, but he's American. And he used to tour with them. I know he was living in Handsworth at one point, but at one point I used to see him all the time. He was always in America, going to Asia, this place, that place. And it was amazing, Stephen, just seeing them doing their thing like this. So when our admin posted this story the other day, I was very, very upset, Stephen. I didn't rate it at all because, first of all, I'm a fan of everything that comes from Brum. So any man who comes from Brum, who's flying the flag, no matter what it may be, you came from Brum. So we've got respect just for that. Even if we don't see eye to eye, you came from Brum and you're flying the flag for Brum. These men are not only flying the flag for Brum, they're flying the flag for reggae. So I seen this article, Stephen, and I was like, damn, these men got disrespected. So let's go straight into this thing. So, Burna Boy demands cause disrespect to legendary reggae band Steel Pulse at Summerjam Festival. The legendary Birmingham reggae band Steel Pulse were allegedly disrespected at one of the longest running reggae festivals, Summerjam, due to the demands of Afrobeats act Burna Boy. Big up the admin people. If you are not already, you see the Instagram, you see what's going on, follow the Instagram at Express Truth Show.
It's very active.
Very. So this is what was said. David Electric, big up yourself. This is a guitar player for Steel Pulse. Now, David Electric left this comment and he said, Burna Boy and security crew fully disrespected us, trying to kick us out of our dressing room so we could have 4 dressing rooms for his massive entourage. Sulin Brown, original member of Steel Pulse, was livid, and our team stood our ground and told them to beat it. You can't do that to people, especially to a band that has paved the way for reggae music. Summerjam Festival, why do you have a full security team that think that they can come in and bully people? Who the hell does Burna Boy think he is? And because of us refusing to leave, the security team proceeded to build a barricade of a blacked out chain linked fence that split the hallway, between our dressing room and his dressing room, making it feel like we were in prison or something. I hope that these legendary reggae festivals realize that this can't be a part of reggae culture. That's Babylon business. We don't treat people like that. Please recognize please recognize this, because Steel Pulse was fully disrespected. Reggae promotes peace, love, unity. Stand up for your rights. We must never give up the fight. That's the message there, Steve. And what are you saying, man? What are you saying for our comment?
I am saying, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised to hear that the veterans were disrespected. Because, like I said, it's funny that I said it at the start of the show. No one likes us, man. Even within our own, like we don't look at ourselves as one. Do you know what I mean? We'll be like, oh, we're Jamaican. Oh, we're Nigerian. Oh, we're Kenyan. We're Ethiopian. It's never. I feel like, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, I feel like it's never until there's a case of quote unquote disrespect that our differences or geographical locations, at least, are put to the side. And it's like, no, oh, we were disrespected by so and so. No, we're one people and all of this. So, and then if you look in the angle, because of course we're coming from the Caribbean via Jamaica. If you look at the whole, and I know we don't really take for it, but if you look at the whole slogan, like out of many, one people, like, you see where that gets you? Because we want to go around and quote that and preach that, but it's nothing but disrespect everywhere. Even in the country where you come from, you got the Chinese over there. I see videos all the time violating. They're in Africa violating. Then we're violating each other. Am I surprised to hear that Burna Boy wanted 1 million gonzillion dressing rooms? No, because at that level of success, I can only assume that your ego is ridiculous. And your security, your entourage, your crew, even down to the staff that work for you, you're going to be surrounded by yes men. Who's really going to be in a position there to challenge you? Because 9 times out of 10, Mark, we've been around these kind of people. Anyone who is real, who would challenge you, is quickly gotten rid of and replaced by another yes man.
This is true.
This kind of thing, it should have never happened to Steel Pulse or anyone else. It shouldn't happen, and no one should be disrespected, but no one, especially people who have come before you and laid foundation in this thing. They walk so you could run.
Facts.
And we've said it time and time again. Many roots, down to rap, hip hop, even down to offshoots of Afrobeats and all the rest of it. A lot of it comes from Yard. Like, a lot of it was inspiration, or elements of it are within it. You may not want to admit it because it's blown up and become its own entity, but you got to remember where you come from, man.
Facts. I'd even go further to say that Burna, if you check it, Burna is in Yard quite regularly. And he's in Yard, you know why? Because it doesn't matter how far Afrobeats has come. And I'm not taking back no talk. And I'm not a kumbaya kind of brother. I'm a man who talks it real. It doesn't matter how far Afrobeats gets. Yeah? You gotta go to Jamaica to pick up that sauce. Simple. That sauce. You see that swag Burna's got? That's a Yard swag. Simple. You see that swag? That's a yard swag. Go back to Mr. Lex in the early 2000s. Look at his dress sense. Go back to Mr. Lex in them days. Gal, you better can cook. That artist. Pitting our hold man again. That artist. Look at his swagger in the early 2000s with that kind of style. That's Burna's sauce. Now what I'm saying is, when Burna sees big legends like Steel Pulse, you see the diva-ish, I'm a pop star business. Let go of that. If anything, you go over to them icons and you say, you know what? I respect you, man, because here what? If it wasn't for you, like, I wouldn't be here right now doing my thing. And if Burna doesn't know that, he needs to educate himself. Because I was
just going to say, he probably don't even know.
That's crazy. And if he don't know that, he needs to educate himself. Because I'm pretty sure me and Burna's around the same age. But if you're a full-time musician, me who's never sung a note, who knows who these legends are, man. And these man must have studied reggae. Because, look now, even this summer, I keep telling these brothers, you know, what was it last summer? The guy from St. Kitts, Burna's all up on his tune. It didn't need to remix. This year, you see the little Marley grandson. He's got his little shine. Let his tune breathe. Now he's all over the tune, performing the tune. But you can't respect those who have influenced those that you respect. Nah, man. Express Truth deal with a zero tolerance approach. And that goes for any nation who are disrespecting the elders who have laid the path. Simple as that. Now, we love Afrobeats as much as the next man. I want to see it get to the moon and back. But when it comes to respect, you show these men respect. You see them shake their hand. I'm not saying you have to beg them for no picture or nothing, but the work they put in, they put that work in. So man's like, you are now benefiting. These guys have been doing this for years, like I said, since I was knee-high. These men have been putting in work consistently. There's a lot of little artists, like I'm saying little, you know. What I mean is there's a lot of artists that are doing their thing and have been doing their thing for decades, especially reggae artists. Those guys deserve respect. They deserve honor. And they deserve manners at least. For them to have to write that publicly, for us to even have to speak about this, nah, man, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And Burna Boy, like I said, keep all that hip-hop diva behavior to the African Americans. We don't disrespect the icons who laid the path for you to walk down. Stephen, what are you saying?
Mark, I just want to say before we glaze over like a Krispy Kreme, it's not just located solely to music though, because it's like that in everything. No one ever remembers what came before them or what was first. Like, even if you look at like, we're talking Birmingham, yeah, because Steel Pulse is bro. Even if you look at us within the podcasting thing, like, we don't get no respect like we should. Or, no, you know what, let me rephrase that. Or even like, oh, you know what, you guys started doing this and I've come and done this and you know what I'm trying to say? But it's not like I'm saying like, oh, I need my respect or anything, but I'm just saying, my point being is, it's not just music market. It's just life. People just don't do that.
Yeah. Well, if don't disrespect them then, at the very least.
You invented bread last week, then I come along and slice it. Then I'm the inventor of sliced bread. Me not just slice what you already invent.
Yeah.
If you didn't invent it, would I think to slice anything?
You see what I mean?
That's just how people
educate.
Human nature.
They gotta educate themselves on the music.
It's human nature. They should. You would think so. You study the greats of the past, but music's so easy to make and produce and just throw out there. No one cares anymore, man.